I want to thank Deputy Batchik in particular in relation to Amendment 59 for bringing it. And it's certainly a key point for me and a breaking point. And I first of all acknowledge the work, the tremendous work that's been done by the committee and by yourself in going forward. However, all of that work was done on the backs of the suffering of women. We have to acknowledge that. All of these changes were forced every step of the way in the whole process. And I think you'd acknowledge that, Minister. Everything, if we take the Mother and Baby Home Commission, the Tuam site, you know, you can pick each one. Delays, leaks, misinformation, the report from Northern Ireland, the Northern Irish woman who asked for her name to be removed and so on. I could go on. I won't because it's out of context, except to say that trust is of the utmost when we're discussing this bill. It didn't come proactively from you, and that's no reflection on you. You've done tremendous work. It didn't come proactively from the government, nor from the committee, who have worked very hard in relation to this, as most committees do, in fact. But it came, as I said, and I repeat, because it's very important to say it, it's come from scandal after scandal, leak after leak, and tremendous suffering. And the absence of trust with people on the ground in relation to the system is absolutely palpable. You remember when there was a webinar and they weren't given the copies of the reports, although it was carried on every news bulletin that they were going to be briefed beforehand, and so on and so on. So we're back to this piece of legislation to give records as of right about your identity. You know, we're in the 21st century, 2022, and we have to bring legislation. Can you imagine what women have gone through and children who are now grown up in relation to this? So what's happening in Section 17 of the bill is perfunctory. It sounds very serious when you say we have to balance the rights of the mother coming forward or the parents saying we don't want any contact. We have to balance that right. But what I'm not sure, really, you're doing it in such a perfunctory way. It's actually much more effective if that is the exercise that's necessary in relation to balancing rights. It's much more effective, I would think, and in keeping with that obligation, if that obligation exists, to do what Deputy Batchik's amendment is proposing, which is a registered letter for everyone. So what you're doing here is once again infantilizing women, and those, without a doubt, Minister, I know you're shaking your head, but that's exactly what you're doing. And in your contribution, you talked about the sea change that's come about. And we've gone away from the working assumption of not releasing documents to releasing documents. But that's nothing to do with a proactive system. I can think of people straight off, as all TDs can, who today are still struggling through the courts to get basic information. I can think of somebody who's gone on practically every, much and all as he didn't want to make it public. The struggle. I'm absolutely know on every level, professional and personally, the difficulties that people have on the ground. And so here we're continuing with, as if it's something positive, this balancing of rights after much struggle and much debate, when it's absolutely perfunctory in the extreme. And it can happen on Zoom, or it can happen on a partly connected phone call, given the way that our phones are interrupted on a constant basis. It's simply perfunctory, and I would say insulting and unacceptable. And for me, it's absolutely key that this would be dropped out of the bill. Unfortunately, my name isn't on the amendment. I don't mean unfortunate that way, because I would certainly be pushing it to a vote, because I could not accept this. It's been pointed out by those who will suffer the most and who have suffered the most, and it's also been pointed out, as it's been pointed out, by the Irish Council for Civil Liberties and other human rights organisations. This is not a proper balancing of rights if that's what needs to be done here. You can't set up the fundamental right to know your identity against privacy in this manner. And I would say that Deputy Batchik's amendment has gone a long way to sort of balancing that right within your framework, which I don't accept, but I accept it for the sake of the argument. So I fully support this amendment, and I hope it's pushed the whole way.
Thank you very much.